I was super excited to do this poem because it's perfect for the new season. On Sunday, it was the first day of a new season. Touch your ear if you know what season it is now. Thank you for listening so well. William, do you know what season it is?
Fall.
It's fall. Sunday was the first day of fall. And this poem is called Way Up in the Apple Tree. Way up in the apple tree. Touch your head if you've gone to an apple orchard before. Okay. Lots of people are going to apple orchards right now, Kyle, because the apples are perfect and ready to be picked and eaten. Okay, 1, 2, 3, eyes on me. Way up in the apple tree, 2 little apples smiled at me. I shook the tree just as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They were good. I shook the tree just as hard as I could. Down came the apples. They were good. This reminds me of when Miss Jo was just here, and she was telling us, listen for words that start with a sound. This reminded me of that because we were saying, Can you think of a word that starts with a sound? Morgan. Yeah, Morgan. Yes, Robert. Mom, Autumn. Matt. And you know what? In your name, Autumn, you have it at the end. Okay, hands down, friends. This week we are going to practice visualizing. We're going to practice finding words with different sounds, rhyming words, all sorts of fun things. And on Friday, we were talking about poetry. And we were talking about the poem, The Purple People Eater. The reason we're talking about that is because we can have books that authors write, and these books can be real, which is nonfiction, or they can be made up from their imagination. But aside from books, we also have poetry that we can enjoy. And do you remember what you call a person who has written poetry? What do we call an author that has written poetry? Raise your hand. Dennis. A poet, exactly. If I look at this poem, it's called Signs. And I know right away why it's called Signs. Because what you see, turn to a partner. Now think in your head. Touch your chin if you have seen signs everywhere. If you went to the zoo. If you went shopping at Walmart. Would you see signs everywhere you go?
Yeah.
Eyes up here, please. It says, keep off the grass. Do not pass. You know, when you're driving, these signs help keep you safe because there's times when it's not safe to pass other cars. And the signs tell you that. This sign tells us to
Stop.
do you know what this tells us?
There's a curve.
Actually, this sign tells us that sometimes there's 2 lanes that you can drive in, and this would tell you that one of those lanes is going to go. One of those lanes is going to disappear, and it'll turn to 1 lane. Wet paint, it says this way to the zoo. Okay? I want you to think about your most favorite sign. And I want you to hold it up here because we're going to do something with it in just a little bit, Robert. First, we're going to read it. This sign says, keep off the grass. This sign says, do not pass. If you can read it with me, help me out. This sign says, stop. Light is red. This sign says, 1 lane ahead. Right? I was telling you about that. This sign says, yellow, slow. This sign says, green light, go. This sign says, this paint is new. This sign says, this way to the zoo. Now I want you to think about your most favorite signs. Because I have some colored paper, and I want you to make a sign on this colored paper. And we're going to come back to the carpet and read the poem again. When we read it again, Asher, if you made the sign sign this way to the zoo, when we read that part in the poem, you're gonna hold your sign up. If you make a sign that says, green light, go, when we get to that part of the poem, you're going to hold your sign up, okay? So think really carefully about what color and what sign that you're going to do. Zach, can you shut the camera off, please?